this video I'm gonna show you exactly how to launch your barbershop online in 2026 the right way. Alright, this is a full in-depth guide to launching your shop online in the AI era and everything you need to do to your shop digitally in 2026 completely for free. Alright, now we're gonna cover AI and automation, reviews and reputation, social media content marketing, Google presence, websites, word of mouth, mindset, everything. So log in for the next 60 to 90 minutes. There's gonna be tons of value. So grab your notepad, put on headphones and go make yourself a cup of coffee, because this video will have a lot of value. And before we get into it, I'm gonna be giving away tons of gifts throughout this video, so make sure you watch it until the end. Alright, so let's get into it. Now, before we get started, let's make sure that we all want the same thing, alright? So my goal for this whole video is to give you enough information so you can launch your barbershop online the right way today after you've watched this whole video, or fine tune what you already have built digitally, alright? Because we're gonna cover 9 pillars: Google, website booking, word of mouth, quick cash system, AI and automation, all of the pieces that you would need in order to launch your shop online. Alright, I want you to have an online presence that magnetizes clients to come into your shop and save you a lot of time with eliminating things that can be done with AI and automation, and ultimately making sure that you have proven systems in a place. Alright, so you don't need to do the hard work, you just set these up once and let the systems do the hard work for you. Alright, so my only request today is that you eliminate all distractions, notifications, family, dog, iPads, food, sounds, everything. Alright, put this on full screen, eliminate all distractions, tell your family that you are busy for this next 60 to 90 minutes. I have no idea how long this video will be, to be honest. And then show me some love. If you found this video useful, watch it till the end. Then you can either like this video, subscribe to this channel, and comment whatever I missed and what you would add to this guide. And you owe it to yourself to watch this until the end. Alright, so speedrunning, who am I? My name is Saku, I'm 19. I'm the founder of barbersetup.com, which essentially launches barbershops online, and barberscale.com, which takes them one step further. Alright, so barbersetup.com is for shops under 10k a month who don't have proven systems in place online, and barberscale.com is for shops over 10k per month who want to take stuff one step further. Alright, barberscale.com is not finished yet. I'm still working on building it, but barbersetup.com you can get enrolled in today. Alright, it's not a course, it's a done for you solution. Alright, and my interests are basketball team, running, UI UX design. For the last 3 years I've been building systems in a platform called Go High Level, which is an all-in-one AI powered platform with 80% of the tools that you would need in order to run your business digitally. Alright, their whole flow is this: you capture leads, right, through chat widget, forms, website, etc. Then you nurture them, you add them to an automation sequence, for example, and then you close them, then you evangelize them. Alright, so you make them actually a customer in your ecosystem, then you reactivate them using systems that we'll cover today. Alright, and during this time I've been able to build a community with 300 plus Go High Level users and grown my own personal brand to over 500 subscribers, mainly giving resources, tips and tricks, etc. Right, now why do I tell you all this? Because most of the systems that we'll cover today is built on Go High Level, obviously not all of it. And does that mean that you need to go high level to implement everything in this guide? The answer is no. Alright, you can absolutely use different software and still get value from this video. So if you run Square, Booksy, Fresha, you can still apply the same pillars that we'll cover today and get value from this video. Alright, but the reason I'm mentioning it is because it's the platform that I've spent the last 3 years building and learning inside out, literally spending thousands of hours just building. And after trying a lot of different tools, I genuinely believe that it's one of the best, if not the greatest, ways to run a modern service-based business online. Now, who is this for? Alright, so this guide is for if you own a barbershop or you are a mobile barber and you don't have systems in place that save you time, money and effort, and your barbershop is doing less than 10 to 15k a month. Alright, this doesn't really matter if you don't have systems in place. Alright, you aren't digitally present, or you are but not well enough, And you want to get clients automatically by having systems in place. You want to know and track where next customers are coming from. You're more in the beginning stage of your barbershop, and you know that you need to improve your online presence, but you keep procrastinating. Alright? I promise you the next hours will be the most important of your barbering career if you watch till the end, because the way people find a barber has completely changed. Alright? It used to be a sign in the window and word of mouth down the street. You ask John who the best barber in town is, he says ABC Barbershop. They always get me right. Now that was enough back then, but now that world is completely gone. Right? Today, before a single new client walks into your shop, they've already checked you out on their phone. They googled you, they looked at your reviews, they scrolled your photos, they looked at your social medias, they decided whether you were worth their time before they ever met you, alright? The decision gets made on a screen, and if you're not on that screen, or you're on it looking half-assed next to a shop that's dialed in, you lose the booking, alright? You don't get the client, you will never have a chance to cut them. And the US barbering industry is worth $7 billion in 2026, and it's one of the fastest growing trades out there, up almost 10% a year, alright? Think about it in first principle. Everybody needs to have their hair cut, alright? Everybody that bleeds the same, takes the same dumps every day, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, John Hickleberry down the street, everybody needs to get their hair cut, alright? So if they're not doing it themselves, they will go to a barbershop that cuts it for them, alright? And there are over 150,000 shops fighting for those same heads, and AI is a $500 billion plus market growing 30% a year, the single biggest shift in how businesses run since the internet. And here's why those two numbers matter to you today. Because the barbering money is growing and competition exploding at the same time, alright? Obviously more shops, more money on the table, and almost none of them are set up the right way online. And AI just handed the barbers who pay attention a way to run their whole online presence on autopilot, while everyone else is still doing it by hand. Alright, once again, think about how people actually pick a barber now. Nobody walks the street looking for a pole anymore. They pull out their phone, type into Google barber near me, check the reviews, scroll the photos, and decide before they ever meet you. The choice gets made on a screen, not in your chair, alright? If you're not on that screen, I can't stress it enough, you don't exist to them. And if you think all of this is optional, look at what COVID did. Before 2020, barely 15 to 20% of barbershops used proper booking software. Then the lockdown hit, and overnight every shop had to figure out a way to be present online or completely die. And 10 years of change got crammed in 3. Today over 70% of shops run on software, and more than 90% of brand new shops launch digital first. Right, walk-ins used to be the whole game. Now roughly 77% of barber appointments get booked online, and walk-ins are down to about a quarter. That's the part people miss. COVID didn't just close shops for a few months. It permanently changed how every client finds and books a barber. The guy who is to walk in on a Saturday now books Thursday night from his couch. If you don't have a slot for him to book, he will find the shop that does. So let me be straight with you. If you are not present online in 2026, you're not a little behind. You're so far behind that shops half as good as you are taking the clients that should be yours every single day, and you can't even see it happening, right? So that's exactly why I make this video. I don't want you to be the best barber in town with the emptiest chairs, alright? I don't want you to be the hidden gem. I want you to make money. Money is everything. I want you found online, and that's the way to make money, alright? Is to be found, is to have attention. So here's the good news. This is a handful of systems you set up once and they run in your business forever, alright? You can build most of it in a weekend. So today, by the end, you'll either know how to build it yourself or know enough to have it built for you and know it was done right. Either way you win, because right now you can't afford to do nothing if nothing changes. So the agenda, here's what we will cover today. Pillar 1, which is Google. So the goal is to get found on the map when someone searches barber near me. This is the foundation everything else feeds back into. This is probably the most important thing when it comes to being present online. And pillar 2, which is website and booking, we will build a page whose only job is to turn that search into a booked appointment with online booking, so they book themselves without ever calling, plus serve as an asset of trust so your leads know who you are and what you ultimately do. Pillar 3, which is social media content, or you build digital assets that live forever. So turning followers into book shares, not just likes. Content that actually fills up your calendar. Proven systems with free templates, video types, when to post what, etc. Content is everything in 2026. Ever since TikTok, Instagram Reels, short form content, it's never been easier to build an asset that lives in your business forever. Pillar 4, which is word of mouth. One of the most powerful client sources made systematic instead of left to luck. And the crazy thing about word of mouth is it over time, alright? There's no limit to how many clients you can get with this, and we will ultimately build a system that takes care of that department in your business, right? Pillar 5, which is a quick cash systems. The fast wins, promos, rebooking and win-back texts that put money into your account this week, not in 3 months. Alright, this week, tomorrow, today, we will do strategies that get you quick cash. Pillar 6, which is reviews and reputation. Once again, this compounds over time. The more reviews, the better reputation you have, the more clients you can get, the more trustworthy you are, and we will build a system that gets you 25 plus Google reviews a month on autopilot without ever awkwardly asking out loud. Pillar 7, client retention and loyalty. Keeping the clients you already have coming back, because a retained client is worth 10 times a new one, alright? Most barbers, they just focus on chasing new clients, but the real money is in keeping the clients that you have. Lifetime value is everything in this game. Pillar 8, AI and automation. Obviously, getting rid of the trust, getting rid of the boring work, the automations that catch the business. You're currently losing missed calls, no-shows, dead leads, all recovered while you got plus the AI. Pillar 9, which is connecting it all together, alright? So how every pillar feeds into the others to build one engine that runs your shop entirely. And that's basically it. So let's get started on pillar 1, which is Google. So we will cover what, why, how. Google, what it is. This is your shop on Google, alright? It's two things really. Your Google business profile, which is the box that shows up with your name, photos, hours, reviews, and a map pin when someone searches you. So let's search up Barbershop Houston, for example, alright? This is called a map pack on Google, alright? And if you're not in this map pack, you are losing a lot of customers. 70-80% of these customers, 70-80% goes to these 3 businesses, and this is sponsored, so this is a paid Google search ad. Obviously you can do that, but the highest ROI thing would be to focus on ranking higher on the map pack. So 70-80% of this goes to these 3 businesses, alright? And this is your Google business profile. So when someone clicks this, there's the thing like book online, website, directions, share, call, your hours, reviews, etc. Alright? And then the search engine. So the goal for us is to get found at the exact second someone is looking for a barber in your city. So why does it matter? Let me put it this way. Nobody opens a phone book anymore. Let me put it this way. When someone moves into a new area, when someone's regular barber lets them down, when someone just wants a fresh cut before a wedding, before an event, before school starts, they do the same thing. They pull out their phone and type in barber near me, Barbershop Houston, Barbershop Arlington, Texas, Barbershop Los Angeles, Barbershop Chelsea. It doesn't matter. Most of the people doing that search are ready to book right now. Out, money in pocket, deciding in that moment. The only question is whether they find you or the shop down the street, alright? So for example, if I click right here and go to the 3rd, 4th page, I will not book Dog's Barbershop, which has 366 reviews, but is in the 4th page of the map pack. Alright, 366, mostly positive reviews, 4.6. Website isn't the best. But if you're not in the first page, you will lose so many customers. It's insane, right? It doesn't matter that you're the better barber. They will never know that you're there, alright? You're losing clients you've never even met every single day, and you can't see it happening. So this is pillar 1 for a reason. Everything else we covered today, your website, your reviews, social, a huge chunk of it feeds back into making this stronger. So we start here, alright? So here's how to do it. Step 1, obviously you would need to claim your profile. So search up your shop name on Google. If you see a profile already there, you need to look for either own this business or claim this business, and obviously click it. If nothing comes up at all, you go to google.com/business and create one, verify it, and then you're good to go, alright? So claim your profile and then fill every field, so name, address, phone, website or hours, because Google ranks complete profiles higher, and a half empty one tells a client that you don't sweat details, and you are a barber. Details are the most important thing, right? Then set the category to barbershop. The primary category has to be barbershop, not hair salon, alright? Not a beauty salon. This single setting decides which searches you even show up in, so you need to add a primary category as a barbershop, alright? And you can add secondary categories if you want hair salon as a backup, but primary is a barbershop. And step 4, add real photos, right, of your shop, the whole vibe, how everything looks, and the parking situation, everything. Add real photos so they recognize it from the street, inside so they feel the vibe, chairs, and the most important, your actual work, fresh fades, before afters, lineups, beards. Aim for at least 10 to start, but the more the better, alright? The more trustworthy you will be if you have 100 photos instead of 10. Step 5, write the description and list every service prices. So who you are, what makes your shop, who the owner is, then every service with a price next to it. Skin fade, beard trim, hot towel shave, kids cut, all of it. And price visible means one less reason to hesitate. And I'll show you how to write this in a moment and using AI to ultimately make it better. Step 6, build your one-tap review link so Google hides the leave a review button about 5 taps deep, and you lose people at every tap. So you need to generate a direct link that drops a client straight onto the 5-star screen with just one tap. So you'll need this for the reviews pillar later, so you need to set it up now. So just in your profile dashboard, hit ask for reviews and copy the short link it gives you and just save it somewhere. After you've claimed your and set up your Google business profile, just search up your name and click on ask for reviews, and here's the review link, alright? Or you can have a QR code, but just copy this link and save it somewhere, which is easy and whatever. So examples of a good Google business profile. So here's a little AI tip. Checkpoint 5 is where most people freeze, staring at a blank description box, alright? So writing the description, listing every service with prices. But here's the thing, you can let AI write the first draft, so you open up ChatGPT or Claude and paste this. I run a barbershop called Name in town, alright? I run a barbershop called Fade & Co in Camden, London. We do skin fades, beard trims, hot towel shape, kids cuts, lineups. Write me a Google business profile description, 750 characters, that sounds sharp and modern, speaks to local clients and helps me rank for barber searches in my area, alright? And here's the output. I'm not gonna be reading that, but it gives you a clean draft in seconds, and you can customize it to make it sound more like you. And then do the same for your service descriptions, so listing every service with prices, etc. Alright, and I'll show you how to access this with more gifts in the end of this video, which is more of a plug and play. Just copy this and it gives you this output type of resource. But then let's move on to pillar 2, which is website and booking. Now what it is, this is your shop's home on the internet. Page or pages that do 2 jobs at once. Number 1, it turns a search into a booked appointment. So when someone finds you, lands on the page, they can book themselves, right? Super easy, just make it insanely easy for them to book an appointment. And number 2, it's your trust asset, so it's where a new client lands to figure out who you are, what you do, and whether you're worth the trip. And why it matters is because, remember those numbers from earlier? Around 77% of barber appointments now get booked online, and walk-ins are down to about a quarter, alright? So the guy who used to walk in on Saturday now books Thursday night from his couch. And if there's nowhere for him to book, he doesn't wait around, he books the shop that lets him. So the page is also where trust gets won or lost in about 10 seconds, so put yourself in the new client's shoes. If they don't know you, they're about to let a stranger near their head with a blade. So a clean page with real photos, clear prices, and a book button that tells them you're legit, you're a real shop, nothing to hide, or a messy page or no page at all, it makes them hesitate, alright? And a client who hesitates does not buy. This page is doing two things every shop needs: catching the booking and earning the trust. So here's how to do it. Number one, get your booking system first. Before the website, you need to think the website points to online booking. Pick a tool. Square books you fresh as Square. Or if you're going all in, go high level. So you need to set up your services, your prices, and your available times inside it. You can also use AI to build the site, but that's a video for another day, alright? This is just the fundamentals of launching your barbershop online. Number two, build one page mobile first, because nearly everyone landing on it is on their phone. Top to bottom it needs your shop name and a line on what you do, a big book now button up top, your services and prices, real photos, location and hours, plus your reviews, right? This is what it looks like. This is a wireframe. So for one page site, here's the hero section, there's the headline saying something like barbershop in Houston, then the sub headline and a big book now button, then the services plus prices, then your work, a little gallery of before and afters, reviews, location plus hours, and a big book now button in the end as well, right? Make sure that the book button is always visible and every path leads to it. Solo shop, stack it on one page. If you have multiple locations or a team, split it so each piece has room, right? And this is multi-page site wireframe. Home page is the same, but then it has location pages, services pages, theme pages, blog SEO, just a little more advanced stuff, alright? So like I said, put the book now button everywhere, just vomit it into your shop, just vomit it into your page. Every single section should have a book now button. This is the single most important thing on the page, and make it bright, make it easy to notice, and it links straight to your booking system. If they have to hunt for how to book, you've already lost them. And number four, make it a trust asset, alright? This is job 2, so add real photos of your work and your shop, not stock images. Add 3 or 4 of your best Google reviews right on the page, and add a short line about who you are and why people come to you. A new client should be able to land here and think, yeah, these guys are the real deal, alright, before they book. And number 5, you need to connect it everywhere. So the page is useless if it's not at work. So put the link in your Google profile, put it in your Instagram bio, your TikTok, every place someone finds you should point to this one page, and this page points to the booking. So let me show you an example of what a good website looks like. So this is one of the templates that I've built. A big header says get your perfect cut today, and then city's most trusted barbershop, and then something like open today until X PM, and then find us, so your address, call us, hours, and then the haircut appointments. This is what's taking most of the page, because this is the most important thing. This is what makes you money ultimately. And then some real results, views of the shop, how the vibe is, if you have Wi-Fi, drinks, music, parking, situation, etc. And then the team, these are the guys who will make you look like $1 million, their socials, etc. And then it's kind of sarcastic, but a simple process on how it works. Number 1, book online, get reminders, alright, show up, that's the whole thing, alright. And then a little our philosophy. We don't just cut hair, we build confidence, and there's like an infinite boost, that right there. And some made up stuff like plus 28% dating success rate and 100% customers leave smiling. Then some testimonials, frequently asked questions, and then location, find us, directions, which is super important, alright? You need to have this in your site, right? So super simple, book now, this is the most important thing. And then obviously the online booking system, where you can select time and do that stuff. So that is an example of a good website. And then we will move on to pillar 2, which is social media content. So I have a more in-depth guide coming out of this in the near future, which is how to grow your barbershop on Instagram and TikTok, which goes more in depth, but we will cover it briefly today. So first of all, here's the thing that everyone gets wrong. Most barbers post to impress other barbers. Alright, that's the reality. So you drop a clean fade, so some barber 3 cities over goes, yo, that's fire, and keeps scrolling. But that guy is never making you any money, right? They are never booking you. Clients book you, and clients do not care about the stuff that barbers care about. So your content has one job, and it's not flexing on other barbers. It's these 3 things. Number 1, get seen by people who've never heard of you. Number 2, get them to like and trust you. And number 3, get them to book an appointment. Alright? So get seen, get liked, get booked. Every single post should do one of these 3. Seen, liked, book. So here's how it works as a simple system, right? So get seen is the funny stuff, the virality, the hot takes, the clips that travel and put you in front of new people. Get liked is your face, your story, the behind the scenes of the shop, the stuff that makes someone go, I'd actually want to see with this guy. And get booked is the client reactions, the stories, the book below stuff. Alright, you need all 3, all seen and nobody trusts you. All liked and nobody new finds you. All booked and you're shouting at an empty room, so you need to mix them. But first of all, you need to fix your profile before you post anything. So your content sends people into your profile, and your profile is what actually turns them into a client. So if your profile is a mess, all that content work is wasted, so you need to sort this first. Your username should be something people can actually find. Your shop or Houston Barber Mike, not Mikey Cuts 2024. You need to put what people type in the search right in handle. Then you need to build a bio that a 5-year-old gets. So what you do and where. Barber in Houston, book below. No quotes, no unnecessary emojis, alright? Barber in Houston, book below. Your booking link, 1 tap to book. Once again, this redirects them into the 1-page booking site. So if they have to DM you and wait, they will book someone else. Every extra step is a client who gives up. Then your highlights. So work, shop, book, reviews, etc. 30 seconds in there should tell someone your skill, your vibe, and how to book, right? 30 seconds tells them everything that they need. Then you create it's your portfolio. Mostly your cuts, but every 5th post or something like that, you can switch it up with something that isn't a haircut, so your page doesn't look like every other barber's. But the first 3 seconds are everything, so this might be the most important thing here. The first 3 seconds decide if anyone watches. Their thumb is already moving to the next video, so you've got 3 seconds, maybe less, to give them a reason to stop. This is what we call a hook in the marketing world. And here's what kills it instantly. If you say something like, hey guys, welcome back to my channel, nobody gives a fuck about that, alright? You just wasted your 3 seconds and now they are gone. Alright, the pattern's the same across all the good ones. You need to give them a reason to stay in the first second, not the 10th. So you say something like, let me be honest with you. Or you can start off a video by showing the first cut first and then rewinding to how you did it. Or something like a hot take, walking with no booking, you can't be mad about the wait. And then you can obviously add a big text saying something like, he asked for something I've never done, alright? Then let's talk about captions that get engagement, not just likes. So comments beat likes every time. A video full of comments gets pushed way harder because comments tell the app people actually care. So stop grabbing the cut. Don't write, the fresh fade on my boy. You need to write, am I wrong for charging extra for this? Alright? You need to give people something to react to. You need to give people a way to get their own opinion out in the air. A question, a hot take. That's what gets them typing. That's what gets them to comment. Alright? And here's a little hack on the TikTok thing that almost no barber knows. So when you're on TikTok, the words you say out loud matters more than your hashtags. So if you want to show up when someone searches barber in Houston, you have to literally say it out loud. in the video, in the first few seconds. So you need to stop just putting your city in the caption, you need to actually say it, because the app hears it and starts showing you to people in Houston, right? Then film once and post twice. So this kills the I don't have time for two apps excuse. You don't film separately for TikTok and Instagram, you film once and post the same clip to both. So just tweak the caption a little, make it a little different. TikTok more casual, Instagram a touch cleaner. You film both videos and just post it on TikTok and Instagram, alright? But then most barbers have a question on when should I post? And the answer is every single day. Volume negates luck. I know it's not the sexy hack you wanted, but it's the truth, alright? You don't know which video is gonna hit, so you post enough that one of them does. Every post is a lottery ticket. Post 4 a month, you get 4 chances. Post 30, you get 30 chances. The barber posting every day smokes the one posting once a week, and it's not even close. And don't sweat the perfect time either. Morning, lunch, or late at night in bed. Those windows work just fine. And if the content's good, it doesn't matter when you post. I've posted at 3 am and blown up, posted at peak time and it flopped. Pick a time you can actually stick to it. And every day doesn't mean posting the same fade 30 times. Mix it up. Some days a cut, some days you talking, some days a story from the chair, some days a hot take, show up daily and keep it fresh. Right, that's the thing. I actually have a resource for you to help post different content types, which I will show you how to access in the end. So think about it like the gym in this posting thing. You don't go once and get jacked. You don't do one workout and expect results. It compounds over time. So you show up consistently even when you don't feel like it, and eventually the results will start showing. Your first videos will be trash. You're gonna look back at them in 6 months and cringe. That's part of the process. Every creator who's ever made it started with garbage content. The difference is that they kept going and they get better by doing. You get better by doing, not by waiting until you're ready, not by planning the perfect content strategy. You get better at it by boasting, alright? You get better by seeing what works, posting more, adjusting, repeating. 6 months of consistent posting will teach you more than 6 years of watching videos about how to make content. Trust me on this one. And here's a little trick that will show in the AI and automation pillar is the comment award trick. This is one of the best moves you got. It pushes the algorithm to show your video because you'll get a lot of more comments. So at the end of your reel, you need to tell people to comment a word to get a gift or something. So, or comment fresh and I'll send you my booking link. Or I'll send you a free gift on how to maintain your fades longer, or the best products that people use. Because 2 things happen at once. All those comments make the video blow up even more, and you get a pile of warm people straight in your DMs, ready to book. Alright, so here's the pipeline. You post a reel, comment cut, and I'll set my booking link in the caption. You get hundreds of comments. Every comment makes the video blow up more. They get your link instantly. And then you have the automation that DMs them automatically, because you can't DM 400 people by hand. You need to build a robot that does it for you. And like I said, I build it with you in the AI and automation pillar. So if you are stuck on what to post, once again you can open up ChatGPT or Claude and say, I'm a barber in Houston, give me 10 short video ideas that build trust and get me booked. And then you can have whole week of ideas in seconds. Save for captions, paste your idea. Ask for 3 options that end in a call to action. Obviously, AI from this vague prompt can't give you the best possible output. So build a full resource of this, an AI prompt library for these all of different content types that actually make sure that the AI gives the best possible output. Alright, because bad prompts will give bad outputs and good prompts will give good outputs. Right, so I'll show you how to grab it at the end. And like I said, everything here is enough to start growing today, but I'll be real with you. This is the beginner version, right? This is the in a nutshell version. There's a whole layer under this that separates the barbers doing okay from the ones that are fully booked out. The full content machine is in the social media content marketing full guide coming out in the near future. So this pillar is just to get the ball rolling, and the one that actually gets you booked out is coming soon, so stay tuned for it. Alright, so pillar 4, which is the word of mouth. Now here's the thing every barber says. Literally ask anyone where their clients come from and they'll say the same thing. Word of mouth. And they say it like it's a flex, okay? But here's the problem. If it's just happening by luck, you cannot control it. You can't grow it. You can't count on it because a good cut and hoping people talk about you is not a system, right? And this pillar will fix that. We will turn it into a system. We're gonna take word of mouth, the thing you already rely on, and turn it into something you actually run on purpose. So it's a machine and not luck anymore. And why this is the best client you can get? Because they already trust you before they sit down. Because a friend or a colleague they trust sent them. And a walk-in is a stranger and a referral is half sold before they walk in the door. And the best part is that it compounds. One happy client brings a friend and that friend brings a friend. So if you set it up right, it snowballs and it never really stops, right? And the key thing about this is making it a system. So I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it with just 4 simple moves. 1. Just ask. This is the one thing that nobody does. Most barbers never actually ask. They just hope that people refer other people. Please don't do that. Please take action. If you give a fresh cut and a client's loving it in the mirror, that's the moment when you ask. If you know anyone who needs a good barber, just send him away, alright? And number 2, you actually have to give them a reason. Asking is good, but giving them a reason is better. So say something like, if you bring a friend, you both get money off your next cut, or you both get a free energy drink or something, or styling product. Now there's something in it for them, alright? Number 3, make it dead easy. If sharing you takes any effort, it won't happen, alright? So give them a referral card, a code, or a link they can just text to a mate, alright? Make it super easy and simple for them. Number 4, get tagged. Word of mouth isn't just in person anymore, so when a client posts their fresh cut on social media and tags you, that hits their whole following. Think about it. A normal teenager has like 500 followers, or most of it is in your city. Now all their mates who need a barber too will see the fresh cut. So ask them to tag you and repost every single one to your story. Free advertising to exactly the right people. And it snowballs, right? This is the most important part that makes your word of mouth so powerful. It builds on itself, alright? One happy client brings 2 and they bring 4 and on, right? That's how one chair quietly turns into a full shop without you spending a penny on ads. Now, these are the common mistakes. Number 1, never asking, just hoping people talk. But hope is not a plan, alright? You gotta go ahead and ask them. And number 2, asking at the wrong time. So when they're paying and rushing out, alright, they wanna get back in their car, they wanna take pictures of the fade. Instead of when they're sat there, still in your chair, you're doing final touches, loving the cut, alright? You're showing the mirror like in the... That's when you ask, alright? If you did a good job. Number 3, no reward. So giving people no reason to actually bother sending someone, that is a mistake. Number 4, making it complicated with long forms, confusing offers. You just have to do it stupid simple, right? Give them an offer, give them a reward, make it actually valuable for them. And the last one is ignoring tags in social media. So when a client tags you and you don't even repost it, you just threw away a free reach, right? And once again, quick AF, if you don't know how to word your referral offer, just open up and LLM and say, write me a simple referral offer from my barbershop where a client brings their friend and both get money off plus a short text they can send, alright? Tweak it to sound like you and use it. And once again, free resource, I built you a referral kit done for you, a referral card you can print, the exact ask, the script to use at the chair, and the referred offers that actually get people incentivizing to get other people into your shop. So super simple. Once again, I'll show you how to access this in the end. And this is only the referral side / word of mouth. Now getting new people in the door through referrals is half of it. The other half is keeping the clients you already have coming back and back again and again on a system. And that's a whole machine on its own, the loyalty and retention side, and I break it all down in pillar 7. And the two work together because referrals fill the shop, but retention keeps it full, alright? And this is your action plan. Go do this right now. So first, pick your reward. Bring a friend, you both get money off, discount, free product, free lineup, etc. Alright, now Write your one line ask to say at the chair, right? So you need to do that today. 2 simple things. And this week you need to start asking every happy client while they're still loving the cut. And set up a simple referral card or a code. And repost every client tags to your story, right? And ask them to post their cut on their social media. And keep doing forever, ask at the peak happy moment every single time. And reward every referral fast so people keep sending them, right? And let's move on to pillar 5, which is a quick cash system. Now if you fully booked already, you might want to skip this section. Or don't, because you might not be fully booked for eternity. So this is just a quick way to get some cash into your pockets with just a few simple tactics, alright? Everything else is a long game, and this one pays now, right? Your Google, your content, your reviews, all of it stacks up over weeks and months and pays you forever. That's the right way to build. But you've got bills now, rent's due now. So this pillar is different. This is the fast money, the stuff you do today that puts gas in your account by the weekend. And here's why it works so fast. You're not chasing strangers, alright? Finding brand new people takes time. But squeezing money out of people who already know you, that's instant. Your old clients, the ones who didn't rebook, the people already sat in your chair, alright? Those make you a lot of money, right? It's already in your phone. Look at that. Every one of those is money sitting on your phone right now, waiting. Let me show you exactly how to grab it. So all clients who drifted, you can just send one text and a chunk come back. Clients who didn't rebook, you can get them back before they grow it out. Empty slots today, you can fire up a promo, fill the dead hours, and people already in your share, so you can include add-ons and product on the bill, alright? So move 1 with the win back text. You need to start here. This is the fastest money you'll ever make. If you've got a list of old clients who used to come in and just stopped, here's the thing, most of them did not leave mad. They didn't find a better barber. They just drifted, alright? Life got busy and they forgot. And one text can bring a chunk of them straight back, right? So the main angle with this is, hey bro, I haven't seen you in a while. Here's a discount if you come in this week. So, yo Jordan, I haven't seen you in a while, man. Your forehead's gotta be growing out by now. Here's 20% off if you want to come in this week. Want me to grab your slot? Ah yeah, it's all Saturday morning work. Yeah, got you, see you then. Right? He did not leave mad, he just forgot. And you can get money this week, not in 3 months. By Saturday, alright? And it costs you nothing, alright? You just send one text for someone you already know. And move number 2 is the rebooking text. This one is even simpler. Someone came in, got a great cut, and walked out without booking the next one. So a few weeks later, before they grow it out and forget you exist, you just text them, time for a touch up, I've got Thursday or Saturday open. And now you're catching them right when they need a cut anyway. Alright, so just a few weeks later, you send them a simple text and you make 40 to 50 bucks like that. Alright, move 3, fill the empty chairs today. So if you have a dead Tuesday afternoon or empty slots there, that's money that you're losing right now, so you need to fill them. So just to fire up a quick promo to your list or drop it on your story. You can say something like 3 spots left today, 15% off, first come, urgency gets people moving, or we're handing out free energy drinks, or the first 5 people to come gets a free pomade or something. And move 4 is don't eat the cancellation, alright? So if someone cancels last minute and you've got a hole in tomorrow's day, most barbers just eat it, alright? Do not do that. You can text a few recent clients on your wait list, saying something like, had a spot open up tomorrow at 2, if you want it, let me know, and that empty slot turns back into cash instead of a loss, alright? So the key point right here is, you need to have a list of your clients that you can text in case something happens. That's the most important thing. And here's money most barbers walk right past. If the person's already in a chair, already paying, getting them to spend a bit more is the easiest sale there is. So you can offer an add-on, something like, well, fix up the beard while you're here. Most say yes, and that's a few extra bucks of profits on someone you've already got. And you can sell the product, the pomade, the beard oil, the stuff you literally just used on them. You can say something like, this is what I put on, want to take home. You can take one for 10 bucks, easy add on to the bill. Plus, you can sell prepaid packs, so something like 5 cuts today. You can get the 6th one free if you pay today. And now you've got cash in your pocket right now and they're locked in to keep coming back. Alright, and move 6 is the fast promos that fill your week. So you can run a flash promo, a 1 day, 2 day only deal plastered to your list, urgency, fills shares fast, or a bring a friend day. This Saturday, if you bring a friend, you both get money off. It's fast cash and it doubles as referrals from the last pillar. Or you can include gift cards, so around Christmas or Father's Day, people buy cards for other people, or a birthday text. So you can track when birthdays are, and obviously run promos on their birthday. So you can include a product or a beer trim lineup, etc. and people treat themselves on their big day, and it feels personal, right? You took care of them, you remembered when their birthday was, and it just feels special. Common mistakes is sitting on a dead list. If you've got hundreds of old clients' numbers and you never text them, what the fuck are you doing? Never asking for the rebook, letting people walk out without the next appointment booked. That's a mistake. You should always book the next appointment while they're still in the chair. Eating empty slots. If you're staring at dead afternoon, instead of doing something about it and finding a text to fill it, then do not do that. And never upselling. Alright, you're a business owner. The goal is to make a lot of fucking money. You should always upsell and make more money, squeeze more money out of people. So cutting someone's hair and never once offering the upsell or the pack is a mistake. And a quick AI tip: if you don't know how to word these texts, just open up ChatGPT or Claude. Say, write me a friendly win-back text for all barbershop clients offering 20% off this week. Make it casual, not salesy, and you'll have a perfect text in seconds. And do it for every move on this list, and you've got a whole pack of ready to send messages. And obviously I've built you a full resource on quick cash text back. Every single text from this pillar, win back, rebook a slow day cancellation, birthday, all written out and ready to copy, paste and send. And just swap in your details and your offer. It's completely free. I'll show you how to grab it in the end. But you can do this by hand now, but obviously you will need to automate this later. You don't want to do this every single time. It becomes repetitive. But every one of these texts can be set up to send itself by automations forever. The winback fires on its own when a client goes quiet. The rebook text sends itself a few weeks after every cut, plus AI did all for you while you cut hair. So I show you how to build a watered down version of that machine in Pillar 8 AI and automation. And here's your action plan to make money this week, tomorrow. This is the pillar where you can literally make money today, so don't choose to read it, go do it right now. So today, text your 10 most missed old clients a win back offer, alright? Text everyone who didn't rebook last time. Post a few spots left today story to fill the dead hours if you have empty chairs. And this week start offering an add-on at the chair, beard, product, etc. Set up a prepaid pack, alright? So if you buy 5 cuts, you get the 6th one free, only if you pay today. And run one bring a friend day for the weekend, alright? And every time a slot opens, text the cap to recent clients to fill it. And if you have a slow day coming, fire up a flash promotion to your list. But let's move on to pillar 6, which is reviews or reputation. Now your reviews are everything. Like I said many times, when someone searches barber near me, they don't pick the closest shop, they pick the one with the most and best reviews. It's simple as that. A shop with 200 reviews beats a better barber with 11. The guy with more stars gets the booking even if his cuts are worse than yours. Your reviews are your storefront now, and most barbers are walking around with an empty one. Reviews are literally the thing that decides who gets the clients. It makes or breaks your biz. So let's build a system that gets you to 25 plus a month on autopilot. Alright, so first you can build something called a review gate. And before you send anyone to Google, you ask one simple question first. How was your visit today? And if it's happy, the clients get sent straight to Google to leave that 5-star. And unhappy clients get sent to a private feedback form or a message that comes to you, not to your public Google profile. So you still hear the feedback and get to fix it. But that bad day never becomes a public 1-star, right? You fix it quietly, and this is how you do something most barbers can't. You scale up your reviews and protect your rating at the same time. Most barbers just ask everyone, and then one bad day tanks their average. Alright, now when and how to ask. Timing is everything. Ask at peak happy. Once again, while you're showing the fade, While you have the mirror, the second the cut's done and they're loving it in the mirror, alright? That's when you ask, that's when they feel the most goodwill toward you. That's when they feel like they owe something to you, and that's when they are actually willing to leave 5 stars. And take yourself out of it where you can. Just standing there asking out loud is awkward and you'll forget half the time. So set up a few ways on how the ask happens on its own. So first is the automatic text. It fires automatically the moment the appointment's marked done. It includes no effort from you. A second method is a QR code by the mirror. So they're sat there looking at themselves, loving the cut. The code's right there in the mirror. They scan it, leave a review, and it's done. It catches them exact. And the third one is an NFC tap card on the counter. So you can buy these in Amazon. They cost like $30 or Temu. Actually look at Amazon. So NFC business cards for counter. NFC counter Google. $30, so you can just tap this or scan the QR code and you can program it to go directly to your one-tap review link, which we talked about earlier, right? And a QR on your business cards and the shop front, so even people walking past or holding your card can leave one. Now use as many of these as you can. Once again, vomit these QR codes, vomit, leave a review, things in your shop, in your online presence, and more stories you give them, the more reviews you get. And one more thing, which ties back to Billy Brown, like I said, whatever the method use, pointing at your one-tap review link. Google buries the review button about 5 taps deep, and you lose people at every tap, alright? So the direct link drops them straight on the 5-star screen. Imagine you saying to a client, yeah, just type in my business name and go on from there. No, you have to give them one simple link and they have to click like 3 buttons, right? Make it as easy as you can for them. And the follow-up is where actually 25 plus reviews come from. Most people fully mean to leave you a review. They get the text and think, yeah, I'll do it, and then their phone rings and it's gone from their head in 90 seconds, alright? They get a notification from a girl on Hinge, and their boy sent them a text, hoop, then eats later, alright? The world is full of distractions, so you need to set up a follow-up system that does that automatically for them. So right after the cut, the automatic text goes out saying, thanks for coming in, if you got 10 seconds, a quick review means a lot. Then you one-tap Google review link, and the next day, if they don't send that review, you can send an automatic text once again, no worries if you're busy, just leaving this here in case you got a sec. Then the link once again, and 3 days later, last one from me, I don't want to spam you, would generally mean a lot. And then the link, alright? So one ask gets you maybe 5 a month, and the follow-up notches gets you 25 plus. So 3 touches total and then it stops. You don't want to be the annoying shop spamming them all the time. And you must reply to every single review, every single one. The good ones get a quick thank you with their name, and this is just because new clients read the replies before they book. A profile where the owner replies to everyone looks alive, looks like someone who actually cares. A profile where reviews just sit there with no reply looks dead. And this is how you handle a bad review, and it is a skill, alright? You don't want to lose your temper, you want to stay calm and professional, because you're gonna get a bad one eventually. Everyone does. The difference between barbers is how they handle it, and handle it right, a bad review can actually build more trust than having none at all. So if Dave T is pissed because they waited 20 minutes past my appointment time, not happy, then Mike, the real G, replies with, Dave, you're 100% right and I'm sorry. We ran behind that day and I should have kept you posted. Next cut's on me. Come see us and let me make it right. Alright? Never argue, never go defensive. You must own it, apologize it, offer to make it right, because here's the thing, you're not really replying to the angry guy. You're replying to the 10 people silently reading your reviews, deciding whether to book. And when they see you handle a complaint like a pro, that sells them harder than any 5-star review could. And recycle reviews everywhere, so don't let your pest reviews just sit on Google. You can screenshot them and put them everywhere. Your Instagram story highlights, your shop window, the mirror by the chair, your website. A wall of 5 stars in the actual shop makes the next client more likely to leave one too. And here's the common mistakes, is asking everyone without a gate. So one bad day becomes public 1 star, that needs 5 great ones to cancel out. And asking once, not having follow-up notches, leaving most of your reviews on the table by never following up, that is a huge mistake. And asking out loud and not having multiple doors open is awkward, inconsistent, and you forget. Let the text do it, let the NFC card do it, let the QR code by the mirror do it. Have multiple doors open so you can maximize the amount of reviews you can get, and ignoring them reviews, so never replying so your profile looks sleep. Actually, in Barber setup we have an AI that does all of the replying automatically anyways, and going to war over a bad one, which is so arguing public scaring off the 10 people watching is a mistake. You must stay calm, cold, collected, and own your mistakes. And a quick AI tip: writing replies, just let AI do it. You can paste a review, you can do this manually in ChatGPT or Claude. So write me a warm, classy reply to this barbershop review. Alright, you can do that, and for a bad review, it'll keep you calm and professional when you try to fire back. Obviously, a free resource, I built your reviews kit, the exact text, the follow-up and notches, reply templates for good and bad reviews, and the bad review playbook so you always know what to say, is free, and I'll show you how to grab it at the end. And like I said, you can do it by hand now and automate it later, because you can run this whole system by hand starting today, send the asks, send the follow-ups, reply to reviews, but every bit of it can be set up to run itself. The ask fires automatically after each cut, the follow-ups send themselves, the gate sorts happy from unhappy on its own, and the robot runs your whole review machine while you cut hair. So I show you how to build it in Pillar 8, AI and automation. And this is your action plan. So today you need to grab your one-tap Google review link from Pillar 1 if you haven't already done that, and set up the review gate. So happy ones go straight to Google, unhappy to you goes to a private feedback form or to your texts, and ultimately you handle it privately and reply to every review you already have, good and bad. Alright? And this week send the ask right after every cut at peak happy moment, add the 2 follow-up notches for people who forgot, screenshot your best reviews and post them, and keep doing this forever. So reply to every new review within a day and handle the bad ones calm and classy, never argue. Alright, let's move on to Pillar 7, which is client retention and loyalty programs. Keeping a client beats finding one, because finding a new client takes a lot of work, right? Marketing, ads, content, referrals, all of it. But keeping an existing client that you already have takes a fraction of that. So the barber who keeps everyone he gets builds a book that stays full, and the barber who lets them slip away has to keep hunting for new ones together. Right, you're not a lion, and most barbers all of their effort into getting new clients and almost none into keeping them. Alright, so if your clients leak out the bottom, you're stuck on a treadmill. Alright, you need to block the holes, and every new client adds to the pile instead of replacing the one that left. That's what this pillar is about. Alright, so book the next cut before they leave the chair. Once again, the simplest way to keep a client is to never let them leave without the next appointment booked. A client with standing appointment doesn't drift. A client who walks out with nothing booked might. Life gets busy and you slip their might, alright? So make it a habit. Before they're out of the chair, you say same time in 3 weeks I'll lock you in, and most will say yes. And now they're booked and you've got a calendar that fills itself. Then give them a reason to stay loyal. A loyalty reward gives client a reason to keep coming back to you instead of trying to shop down the road, alright? And keep it simple, a punch card where the 10 cuts free, a point system, a little perk that builds up the longer they stick with you. It works because now leaving you costs them something. If they've got 7 punches on the card, they're not gonna start over somewhere else, alright? This is the oldest trick in the book. The reward keeps them in your chair. Now, catch them before they drift. This is different from winning back someone who's already gone. This is spotting a regular who's running late. A guy who normally comes every 3 weeks and it's been 6, alright? You need to catch them before they leave you fully. If you catch him now with a quick notch, you have a chance to keep him, but if you wait, he will find another barber and then you're trying to win him back. So you must have their detailed information. Just send them a text. Hey mate, it's been a while. Your usual slots open Saturday if you want it, alright? So don't let them drift out. Then you need to remember every client. A client who feels remembered is a client who doesn't leave. Remember their name, their usual cut, the kid they brought in last time, the holiday they mentioned, do they play basketball, which team do they support in the FIFA World Cup. They feel like they've got a barber, not just a place they get their hair cut, alright. They have a friend, and you cannot hold all that in your head across hundreds of clients, and you don't have to, alright. You can just build a simple client hub or a CRM that keeps notes on every client, their usual, their last visit, anything personal. So it's in front of you every time they sit down, and it makes you look like you've got a memory like an elephant, but it's just a system doing the work. Then you need to make them feel like a regular, because people stay loyal to places where they feel like they belong. So give your regulars the little things that make them feel like VIPs. Priority booking so they get the good slots first. A free beer on their birthday. Or members only perks the walk-ins don't get. But none of it costs much, and it makes a client feel like leaving you would be a downgrade. And then the boring one, be consistent, and this is the one that matters most, right? Fundamentally speaking, you only have one job as a barber, and that is to give the client a same great cut on time every single time. People come back to what they can count on. If they get a great fade one time and a rust one on the next, or you're running 30 minutes late half the time, they'll start looking somewhere else, even if they like you. And consistency is what builds the trust that keeps a book full for years, alright? And why this compounds? Right, here's the math. One walk-in, one cut is 25. Let's say that results to one cut a month for 1 year. That's 325 pounds. For 5 years, plus the mates he refers. That's 1.6k plus, alright, from one walk-in, one cut. One kept client is worth more than 10 one-time walk-ins. Keep them stacking and your book doesn't just fill, it builds an income that grows on its own. Right, here's the common mistakes. Number 1, letting them leave with nothing booked. No next appointments, missed a chance to drift. Number 2, no loyalty reward, giving people no reason to pick you over the next shop. Number 3, waiting too long, so trying to win them back after they're gone instead of catching them before. Number 4, treating regulars like strangers, so forgetting names and usuals, which results to nobody feeling special. Number 5, being inconsistent, so if you have a great one, visit and then you rush the next one, people cannot count on you, so they leave. And a quick AI tip, you can use AI to write your loyalty offer and your miss you nudges. Just say, write me a friendly text for a regular barbershop client who hasn't been in a while, often in the usual slot this week. Done in seconds, sounds natural and it's ready to send. And of course, I built your attention, get a simple loyalty card template, the rebooking lunch they use to share. And they catch them before their drift, text and a basic client note sheet, so you remember every regular, and it's free. I'll show you how to grab it at the end. And you can do this by hand now, but obviously you can automate this later. So building a robot that keeps your whole book full value cut, and I'll show you how to build that in the next pillar. But now here's your action plan. So today start booking the next cut before they leave the chair. Then pick a simple loyalty reward, something like 10th cut is free. And this week set up a way to remember each client, notes or client hub. Spot your overdue regulars and notch them before their drift. Add one VIP perk, priority booking, birthday freebie, and keep doing forever. Same cut on time every time, give them something to count on. Be consistent, use their name and their usual, make them feel like a regular, alright? Alright, now pillar A, which is the AI and automation pillar. Alright, pillar A, which is the AI and automation. So you don't have time for all this, you probably won't do it. Let's be honest about where you're at. We've gone through 7 pillars. Get on Google, build a page, post every day, ask for referrals, send the win back texts, chase the reviews, book the next cut, notch the regulars. It all works, but you're cutting hair 10 hours a day, so when you're actually gonna do all of it? The answer is you can't, nobody can. Right, you're cutting hair 10 hours a day, you don't have time for this. Maybe you'll do it for a week, then you get busy and it falls off. That's not your problem. That's just what happens when one person has to cut hair and run the marketing by hand. So here is the pillar that fixes it. Everything you just learned, every text, every follow-up, every reminder gets handed to a system that does it for you perfectly. 24 hours a day while you cut. And think of it like an employee you don't pay. Forget the word automation for a second. Here's the simplest way to think about it. Imagine you hired someone whose whole job is to handle all the texting and chasing and reminding in your business, in your barbershop. Imagine, they never forget a single client. They work 24 hours a day, they never call in sick, they never take a day off, and you never pay them a wage. They just sit there and do the boring stuff perfectly forever. Alright, that's what this is. You're not setting up automations, you're hiring a robot worker. And once you've got that worker, your shop runs whether you're cutting, sleeping, or on holiday. Alright? So the left side is your day right now. It's a pile of stuff you mean to do and keep dropping, and the right side is the same day with the robot doing it. So you right now texting the win back clients, probably forgot, asking for reviews, forgot, missed a call, mid-cut, lost. Remind them to rebook, forgot, reply to the 1 AM DM. You were asleep, so you obviously didn't do that. And you with a robot doing it, win back text sent automatically, review asked, plus chased automatically, missed call text back automatically, rebook reminder sent automatically, DM answered plus booked automatically. And here's how it actually works. Now people hear AI and automation and think it's some complicated tech thing, but it's not, right? It's dead simple once you see it. Every automation is just like, when this happens, do this. So let me show you a real one. This is the review asked from Pillar 6, built as an automation. Read it top to bottom. When a cut is finished, wait 2 hours so they've got home, and then send the review text. And you will build at once. From then on, every single client who finishes a cut gets that text automatically without you touching anything. You never have to remember to ask for a review again, and that's just one. You build little flows like that for every job you want handled, and the robot runs all of them at once. And here's the theme of jobs you can hand off to the robot. And notice these aren't new things to learn, they're the exact things from the last 7 pillars just done for you now, right? So answer every DM, book them in, text back every missed call, ask for reviews and chase them, win back the quiet clients, remind people to rebook, and confirm booking kills no-shows. Alright, texting back every missed call is a potential booking, right? Let's say you charged $45 for a haircut and just 4 visits a year, let's say. That's $180 a year across 300 clients. Just 4 visits a year, by the way. That's $54,000 just for missed calls. Alright, so if you're mid-cut and can't grab the phone, instead of losing that booking, the robot instantly texts the caller back. Sorry man, I missed you, I'm with a client, want me to book you in? And that call does not walk to another shop. Because especially older clients, they like to call the shop first and see what they're working with. And younger, new Gen Z type of clients, they really don't like to call, they have phone phobia. Then the robot asks for the review and chases it, the whole Pillar 6 system. The ask after the cut and the 2 follow-up nudges, all automatic. Wins back the quiet clients, the Pillar 5 win back quick cash system. When a client goes quiet for a few weeks, the robot texts them the offer on its own. Then reminds people to rebook, so a few weeks after every cut the robot sends the time for a touch-up text so they come back, confirms bookings and kills no-shows, so auto confirms when someone books, then reminds them the day before and an hour before, where you can customize it. No-shows drop dramatically. And remembers every client, so the client hub from Pillar 7, every name, every usual, every note in front of you the second they sit down. And the big one is a receptionist that never sleeps. So this is the piece that feels like the future. Most barbers do not even know that it exists yet. It's an AI that texts and DMs people back like a real human. It knows your prices, your hours, your services, all of it. And when someone messages your shop and it has a proper conversation with them and it books them in, automatically sounding like a normal person at any hour of the day or night. So here's an example of a conversation flow. Someone goes on the chat widgets of your website. They say, yo, you got any slots Saturday? Need a fade before our wedding. And the robot says, hey, we got Saturday open. I've got 10, I've got 11, 1:30 and 3 p.m. open, which works. 1:30 is perfect. Then Don booked you in Saturday 1:30 skin fade with Mike. Want me to send you a reminder the day before? Yes, please. Sorted. See you Saturday. Automatically done. Guy needed a fade. You were asleep. The robot handled it, right? And it works when your shop is closed. This is the part that's hard to get your head around first, but the robot doesn't just save you time during the day. It works when you're not there at all. People search for barbers and message shops at all hours, late at night, early morning, on a Sunday when you're closed. Every one of those is a booking up for grabs. The shop that answers gets it. Right? You genuinely make money while you sleep. And it blocks the leaks you can't even see. If you remember the leaky bucket from the retention pillar, right now you got holes you don't even know about. Every missed call, every client you meant to text and forgot, every DM you didn't see, every review you never asked for, that's money quietly leaking out and you can't see it happening. The robot is what blocks those holes. It catches every call, every follow-up, every message. Nothing falls through the cracks anymore because the cracks are sealed with AI and automation. Here are the common mistakes. If you try to build it all at once, do not set up 20 automations on day one. It's kinda technical, you need a professional to do it, or someone with a little experience in the field. Just start off with one or two. A missed call text back is the easiest. It's just a simple, when you miss a call, then send a text. Obviously you can make it more advanced with different filters and whatnot. And automate it before you get the basics. So there's no point automating review requests if your Google profile isn't set up. So get pillars 1 through 7 in place first and then automate them. And making the robot sound like a robot, alright? We know how AI sounds like. Hello sir, yes sir. If your text sounds stiff and corporate, people can tell. Write them the way you actually talk, like a barber. Casual and human. The AI reception should sound like a mate, not a call center. And setting it and forgetting it completely, alright? Checking now and then, read what the robot's sending, making sure it sounds right and the bookings are landing. This is the new era. 5 years ago none of this existed for a normal barbershop. You need to hire an extra receptionist and a marketing person to do what a robot does now for a fraction of the cost. And the barbers who figured this out are about to pull so far ahead of the ones still doing everything by hand. It won't even be close. You will save so much time and make more money because you catch the potential bookings. And the work you can't keep up with as a one person, the robot, it just does it, alright? That's the most simplest explanation there is. The robot just does it, even when they don't feel like it. That's the edge. That's why this pillar matters more than any of the others if you know how to set it up right. It's what turns you from a busy barber into a barber with a business that runs itself. And once again, I've built your automation starter pack free resource. So the exact list of automations to set up first and in what order and how to do it. The trigger and action for each one, reading out plain, and the text scripts that the robot should send so it sounds like you and not a machine. Alright, so here's your action plan. Start simple today, so turn on missed call text back. It's the easiest one to start. Switch on booking confirmation and reminders. Then build out the automated review request and follow up from pillar 6. The win back and rebook text from pillar 5. Then set up the comment the word auto DM from pillar 3. And the big one, add the 24/7 AI receptionist to answer DMs and book people, or skip the build entirely and get it done for you. Now pillar 9, connecting it all together. So that's the whole thing, 9 pillars. Get found on Google, get a page that books, post content that pulls people in, turn happy clients into referrals, pull in fast cash from people who already know you, stack up reviews, keep the clients you've got, and then let a robot run the boring stuff for you. If you do even half of what's in this guide, you'll be ahead of nearly every other barbershop in your town. Most of them are doing none of it, and I just gave you the entire playbook for free. Now, a quick bit of honesty. None of this is hard, but it's not magic either. It takes a bit of work to set up. You're not gonna watch one video and wake up booked out tomorrow. You set the pieces up, you keep them running, and it builds over time. And the barbers who win are the ones who actually do it, not just watch a video about it. And that's the truth. And now you've got a choice to make. It comes down to 3 options. Option 1, you do nothing. You close this video, you go back to how things were and nothing changes. That's the easy choice in the moment. But your Google stays empty, the late night bookings keep going to somewhere else, and the shop down the road does this stuff. It keeps filling up while you wonder why. Doing nothing feels like no decision, but it is one. Alright, it's choosing to stay exactly where you are, buried in the quicksand, and you aren't doing anything to pull yourself back up. Option 2, you build it yourself. You've got the full playbook now. You can absolutely go and build all of this yourself. And I'm not gatekeeping any of it because it's all in here. Right? You just gotta know how. Just go in with your eyes open about what that means. It's weeks of learning a new platform, setting up every pillar, writing all the texts, wiring up the automations and the AI while you're still cutting hair 10 hours a day. And some barbers will do it and plenty will start and never finish. If you've got the time and you want to learn it, go for it, genuinely, alright? Build it yourself, you've got the full playbook now. Option 3, get it done for you. You skip all the building and just have it handled for you. That's what I do at barbersetup.com. I take everything in these 9 pillars plus more. Your Google, your page, your booking, your review system, the win-back rebook text, the client hub, the automation, the AI receptions, and I build the whole thing for you, right? You do not touch the platform. You don't spend hours clicking buttons. You walk in and your shop's already set up and running online in maximum 7 days, the way I've shown you across this whole guide. It's for the barber who knows this stuff matters but would rather be cutting hair than spending their weekends figuring out software. Or you're great at cutting and I'm great at handling the online side. So that's option 3, get it completely done for you. So here's what to do. Go to the first link in the description and get set up. Get the done for you solution and let's get your shop online properly. And for all the free resources, click the second link in the description. Go to my Discord, you don't need to opt into anything. You can have all of the resources there for free. And whether you build it yourself or get it done for you, go and actually do it, alright? Do something. You've got everything you need now. You just gotta start building it or have it built for you. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.